Inventing an appointed race-based councillor. That's what's on the agenda at Toronto City Hall this week. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. A report is going to the city's executive committee, chaired by Mayor Chow, later this week, that talks about, quote, the creation of an Indigenous member of council. This person wouldn't represent any particular ward. They would represent the whole city, and they'd have full voting rights. That's the plan, anyway. We'll see if it moves forward. But the point is, they'd have to be Indigenous. I didn't think this was possible. I didn't think people would be supporting it. So when this first came up last week, I reached out to the mayor's office for comment and saying, do you support this? And it looks like this is an unelected person that would be appointed to council. Is that something the mayor supports? This is the quote that I got back from Zeus Eden, the mayor's press secretary. We are always open to exploring new ideas to create a more inclusive city for Indigenous peoples and all Torontonians. We look forward to receiving the staff report. More inclusive for all Torontonians by appointing an Indigenous councillor? Well, what about other ethnic and religious groups in this country, in this city? Are we going to have an appointed Muslim councillor? There's a lot of Italians in Toronto. I guess they need one. We just had the St. Patrick's Day parade. How about an appointed Irish councillor? Now, people will say that's ridiculous. That's not the same. We have to do this, an Indigenous councillor for reconciliation. Okay, let's move on the question then. What will the person be? Where will they come from? Look, the land that Toronto sits on is not a reserve. This is land that was bought by the people arriving from the American Revolution, the United Empire Loyalists moving north. It was purchased in 1787. They renegotiated in 1805, and in 2010 there was a $145 million payout to the Mississaugas of the Credit. So they sold the land, and they've been paid for more than once. Do the Mississaugas of the Credit, does it go to them? They live out by Lake Erie now, past Caledonia. What about the Huron-Wendat people? Does it go to them? They were in this area as well. I mean, Six Nations? Does it go to Six Nations? Well, no, they came up with the United Empire Loyalists, and that reserve was a gift for fighting alongside the British in the American Revolution. You see the problem with this. There are so many problems with this, but this is being discussed at City Hall, and people are going to vote in favor of it. This does nothing for reconciliation. This does nothing to advance the lives of Indigenous peoples in this country. It is just an attempt to show that you're doing something, to pretend that you're doing something. How about clean drinking water? How about economic opportunity? Those would be far better. But the people that are going to support this, they oppose economic opportunity because they oppose development in places where Indigenous communities are located. It's all kind of backwards. But unfortunately, this being Toronto City Hall, there's a chance this could pass. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.